Ever walked into an icy room on a blazing day and whispered, "Thank you, modern tech"? Ancient people had the same sun, same heat, but no machines. Just raw instinct and genius hacks that feel almost magical now. Today, we're diving into 7 clever ways they kept cool before AC. Spoiler, they were smarter than we think. Imagine tunnels so deep the air felt like an Arctic breeze. Sounds like sci-fi, but ancient Persians built them. They called them qanats. Qanats are underground water channels carved for miles beneath the scorching desert surface, often stretching for kilometers to bring precious mountain water all the way to dry villages and farms. But here's the kicker. These tunnels didn't just bring water, they delivered a cool breeze along for the ride. Picture this: water flowing silently through those tunnels, cooling the air just like a cold mountain stream freshens the air on a summer hike. That chilly air didn't stay trapped underground. Nope. It was funneled right into homes and communal spaces above through specially designed shafts and vents. This airflow pushed the blazing desert heat out and pulled in fresh, crisp air, turning entire neighborhoods into natural cool zones. The genius of qanats goes beyond cooling. This system prevented evaporation loss in a desert climate and maintained a constant water supply year-round. So it was a 2-for-1 deal: water and air conditioning, powered purely by gravity and clever engineering. Basically, the Persians hacked nature to create the world's first eco-friendly AC system, long before electricity was even a thing. Low maintenance, sustainable, and zero energy bills. Just pure, cool air thanks to underground water and smart design. And that's just the start. Wait till you hear what the Egyptians did with something as simple as mud bricks. Sounds basic, right? But these bricks weren't just for building pyramids. They were part of a clever cooling hack way ahead of its time. Here's the cool part. During blazing hot days, thick mud walls soaked up heat like a sponge, keeping the inside nice and shaded and preventing that heat from penetrating too deeply. Then at night, when the air cooled down, those same walls slowly released that stored coolness back into the rooms, like a built-in thermal battery. Imagine living in a house that naturally breathes and balances temperature for you. No AC needed, just smart natural insulation. But wait, it gets better. Some Egyptian homes featured wind catchers, ancient architectural marvels that acted like built-in fans. These tall towers or openings were strategically positioned to capture even the slightest breeze from outside and funnel it deep into the house, creating a refreshing airflow even on the hottest, stillest days. This passive cooling method worked perfectly in dry climates, circulating cooler air and pushing out the hot air inside. This combo of mud bricks and wind catchers is proof that smart design and simple, natural materials teamed up to beat the heat long before machines existed. Makes you wonder what everyday things around us could become natural climate controllers if we just got creative with design and materials. So far we've seen underground water tunnels, mud bricks, and wind catchers, all passive, all brilliant. But wait till you see how the Romans turned fountains into natural AC. They basically turned water into their secret weapon for staying cool. They understood that nothing beats the soothing sound and cool touch of running water when the heat is blazing. But this wasn't just a fancy garden fountain for decoration. Romans used water strategically to chill their living spaces in a brilliant and practical way. Picture this: stepping into a Roman courtyard on a scorching day. Right in the center, a bubbling fountain sparkles under the sun. Now, imagine a gentle breeze drifting over that fountain, picking up the cool mist rising from the water and carrying it through the air. That mist? It's not just refreshing. It actually cools the air around you through evaporation, turning a dry, scorching afternoon into a surprisingly pleasant oasis. This principle, known as evaporative cooling, is the same trick used by modern swamp coolers. No fans, no AC units, just pure natural cooling powered by water and wind. The Romans essentially cracked the summer comfort code centuries before electricity or air conditioning even existed. Here's a fun fact. The more water flowed, the cooler the air felt. Some wealthy Romans took it even further, building elaborate water channels called rills that ran through their villas and gardens, creating a continuous flow of cool air. These water features not only cooled the air but also added soothing sounds, turning their homes into peaceful retreats from the heat. It's wild to think that something as simple as a fountain or running water could create such a luxurious experience, transforming heat into cool breeze without any electricity or machines, a total win for comfort, style, and sustainability. Definitely a trick worth stealing today. And speaking of water, wait till you hear how Koreans used it to beat the heat in a way that's both smart and surprisingly modern. They invented the Ondol system, a brilliant radiant floor heating technique that, believe it or not, had a cool side hustle during the hot months. While Ondol is famous for warming floors in winter by channeling heat through the floors, the Koreans flipped the script in summer by running cool water through those same channels beneath the floorboards. Imagine walking barefoot in a Korean home on a blazing summer day, feeling the cool floor beneath you gently soak up the heat from your feet and the air around you. It's like having your personal natural air conditioner built right under your toes. No buzzing machines required. This cooling from the ground up made the whole room feel fresher and way more comfortable during those sticky months. But the magic didn't stop there. Koreans cleverly designed shaded courtyards and tranquil ponds right next to their homes. These weren't just for looks. The water in the ponds stayed cool all day, and the shaded spaces prevented the sun from turning everything into an oven. As the breeze moved over these cool surfaces and into the house, it helped keep the air temperature just right, refreshing without feeling chilly. It's incredible how these ancient ideas combined nature and engineering to create a living space that adapted perfectly to the seasons. No electric fans or AC units, just clever design and a deep understanding of how water and shade work together to fight the heat. It's like an ancient remix of modern sustainable living. And honestly, it's inspiring to think about how much we could learn from these old-school hacks. Now, ready for a royal Egyptian trick that's like part ice bath, part sauna, minus the ice and definitely no electricity? Living in the heart of the scorching desert, ancient Egyptians rarely had access to real ice. But instead of sweating it out, they turned the desert's own dry heat into a tool for staying cool. How? With a simple, brilliant system based on evaporative cooling. Here's the clever bit. They soaked mats made from woven reeds or palm fibers in salty water, then hung these dripping wet mats just outside their windows or doorways. As the hot desert air passed through, the water began to evaporate. But instead of just disappearing, it absorbed heat from the air in the process. That meant cooler air drifted inside like a refreshing breeze that had just passed through a hidden oasis. But they didn't use just any water. Salt water played a key role. It evaporated more slowly than plain water, helping maintain a steady cooling effect over time. The result? A kind of ancient swamp cooler that didn't need power, parts, or maintenance, just natural materials and some desert wisdom. Even better, the mats didn't just cool. They filtered dust, softened harsh light, and created a soothing curtain of misty air, turning dry heat into something almost spa-like. It's no wonder this method was used in wealthier homes and even palaces. It was effective, elegant, and totally sustainable. Meanwhile, in India, they didn't just build to survive the heat. They designed to thrive in it, turning their palaces into botanical oases and their architecture into functional art. Imagine stepping into a royal hall where every carved stone, every leaf, every drop of water works in harmony to keep the air crisp and cool. No gadgets, no wires, just pure natural engineering. Their not-so-secret weapon? Jolly screens, delicately carved stone lattices that are as beautiful as they are brilliant. These weren't just decorative flourishes. They served as built-in climate control. Hot air was diffused as it passed through the intricate patterns, while harsh sunlight was softened into shifting shadows. The result? A natural air filter and light dimmer rolled into one. Even better, as the wind threaded through these tiny openings, it picked up speed, creating a gentle, cooling breeze like a natural fan hidden in the walls. And the cooling magic didn't stop at the windows. Inside, fountains and narrow water channels called nahras ran through the courtyards, and marble floors quietly gurgling beneath feet. As the breeze passed over the flowing water, it cooled and humidified the air, creating an almost spa-like atmosphere in the middle of the blazing Indian summer. This wasn't just architecture. It was sensory design at its finest. You'd feel the cool mist on your skin, hear the soft splash of water echoing through corridors, and watch golden light ripple across walls through the Jali's patterned shadows. The entire environment felt alive, calm, cool, and curated by nature itself. And if you think that's neat, wait till you hear about the cooling cloth trick from Japan. Simple yet genius in its elegance. Imagine stepping into a sweltering room, and all it takes to bring instant relief is a humble piece of cloth soaked in cool water. This was the magic of the suikan. The suikan were cloths soaked in water and waved gently in the breeze, kind of like a soft, natural fan. But here's the kicker. As the wet cloth waved through the air, it boosted evaporative cooling. This low-tech method was highly effective, especially in Japan's humid summers, where traditional fans alone weren't always enough to beat the heat. Beyond the suikan, Japanese homes were masterfully designed with shading and ventilation in mind. Sliding paper screens, known as shoji, filtered sunlight, letting in soft, diffused light while blocking harsh, direct heat. This not only kept interiors cooler, but also created calming, beautiful patterns of light and shadow that enhanced the sense of tranquility. Handheld fans, or uchiwa, were another staple of Japanese summer life. Lightweight and easy to carry, they were perfect for creating personal gusts of cool air whenever the temperature climbed. Plus, these fans often featured beautiful artwork, making them both practical and a piece of cultural expression. But what if I told you ancient surgeons cut people open with no anesthesia, and the patients actually survived? Watch this video next.